Good afternoon, traders. It is Thursday, March 26, 2015, and the U.S. stock market is closed. The Dow took another dive today. Now, it actually ended up closing down only 40 points. But I think it was a very significant dive because it came down here, and I said yesterday I thought this thing was going to go down and test our floor area, which is represented by this red line. It did actually penetrate that floor, fairly significantly, and was down there for maybe 45 minutes below the floor, but then it bounced, and I think that bounce comes pretty close to confirming that that is in fact the floor area. That floor area was confirmed back here on the 12th of March, where it bounced right off the floor there, and it is actually, that floor was established before then, but regardless, this looks to me like it pretty much did what I thought it would. It came down, it tested this area and bounced. Now, having said that, do I think it could go lower? Well, the answer is yes, it could go lower. And I would say that if it really gets through the floor area, the next stop is going to be 17,000. So that would be again a pretty significant drop. Well, let me just say, today we only had one position coming into today, which I thought was just fantastic, given that the Dow fell almost 300 points yesterday. We did get out of that one position, and we had a $1,400 loss. That's pretty good. I would say that's pretty good. We only got into two positions today, in spite of a little rally here. The ranges were so large yesterday that we're just not going to be getting into too much. But again, I will say that in this area where we're at right now, that's good buying, and that is why I honestly think it's very likely that the overall market is going to go up from here. In fact, once traders sense that it's going up, they're going to buy this thing like crazy. Now, that doesn't mean that tomorrow it's going to go crazy to the upside. It could go sideways for a day or two. I hope it goes sideways to a day or two, because then that's going to set us up for piling on a lot of positions as it climbs back up. We made tons of money back here, from here all the way, in spite of all this zigzagging and everything else. When it went from here to here, we made a lot of money. We really had very good profits to show for March during that period. And the thing to keep in mind is we had this huge slide here of about 600 points there, a little more than 600 points from here to here, and we have had losses, but those losses are just very, very tiny compared to the gains that we had on the way up. And this is why this is a good system. We don't get very exposed on big downside action. And so I don't mind downside action, because it means that's going to be followed by upside action. And that is what we're setting up for right now, is this thing hopefully kind of consolidates for a day or two here, and then it's going to resume a topside move, I believe. Again, if it gets through this floor area too far, though, I would say the next stop is going to be 17,000. I don't have much, I have nothing really to show you as far as good trades today, but I will show you the two positions that we did get into. This first one is pretty terrible. This is PKD and Parker Drilling, and we had bought this shortly after the open. It made its high right after we bought it, and then plunged from there, and we are holding negative about $2,500 in Parker Drilling. Not a very promising trade there. And then the other, for a while we were actually positive today, in spite of the negative Dow, and it was because Lululemon Athletica did a pop-up today. We bought the pop-up and it kept going, and when Lululemon was up in this area, we were up over $2,000 with Lululemon, but then it failed pretty much like everything else, and we are positive Lululemon. We're positive about $300, but that was a disappointment to see this thing slip from $2,000 down to $300. But again, we're dealing with a very negative market right now, and the fact that we're able to keep our losses small during this period of time, waiting for the turnaround, I think is real positive. So I'm not at all discouraged by this. Anyway, that's the way Thursday went. This is Trader Bob signing off. I'll see you tomorrow on Friday.